Soil organic matter is essential to absorb water on our fields. Modern farming techniques have reduced soil organic matter and soil carbon on Britain's farmland to an alarming low. Rainwater speeds off and soil silts up rivers, both causing flood and drought. Soil needs to stay on our fields and retain the rain rather than flooding towns.
Over the last 30 or 40 years, the soil organic carbon in our arable soils in the UK has probably halved from 4% to 2%. Now, around the 2% carbon levels, we're on our way to desertification. A good healthy soil is likely to have between 3 and 4% carbon in it. This carbon holds water. If you've got healthy soils, you can hold up to 4 inches of rain, well in excess of anything that you would reckon to see in even the heaviest downpours in the UK. With the reduction in soil organic matter, there's a loss of the ability of the soil to retain water. The effect of that is that obviously during a drought, you're going to be more susceptible to it. But the other side of the coin is flooding. That failure to retain the water as a result of the reduced soil organic matter means that you get an increased rate of runoff. Now, we've already discussed the loss of soil that goes with that, but that increased rate of runoff then means that further downstream there's a far more rapid build-up of river levels than we would have seen 30, 40 years ago. As a consequence of that, flooding will increase. We've only recently moved over to Worcester from Lincolnshire, and in the short 18 months, this land has been inundated 4 times. Now, the local farmers tell me that the rate of flooding around here has significantly increased in the recent years. No doubt the silting up of the Severn due to the runoff of soils there will be a significant factor in that. A recent report by the Welsh Government that indicating that the absorption rate of water in and around trees was 67 times greater than grazed upland. A field 130 metres across, there with hedgerows and a few trees in it, would double the absorption rate of water. In Ireland, the Irish government recognised the importance of this, and on arable land that are in continuous tillage, they require sampling of their soils. And if they are below the 2% mark, then the farmers are required to take remedial action. Failure to do so mean that they then incur a financial penalty. You might like to compare that with the UK. There's a lot of talk about best practice, but there is actually no requirement to sample for carbon. In management, there's the 3 M's: measure, monitor and manage. If there's no measurement, there's no monitoring, and presumably there's no intention to manage the soil carbon levels in our soils.
Modern monocultural farming using chemicals has decreased Britain's soil organic matter to the threshold of desertification. This is a global trend. 60% of the world's agricultural land is deemed pre-desert stage with less than 1.7% soil organic matter remaining. This causes flood. Rain washes away farmland soil which silts up rivers, causing banks to burst. The speedy horizontal runoff also prevents water infiltration to the groundwater, causing drought. 70% of UK land is farmland and 97% of that is farmed with chemicals. This is why so much is washed into people's homes on the way to the sea.
Sequestrating carbon back to our soils, reinstating organic matter is the ultimate win-win. It not only increases and improves our soil fertility, which then has a knock-on to animal health and welfare, the wholesomeness of the food that we produce. The reinstatement of organic matter will also mitigate flooding and drought. When one considers rising pressure on government to turn around and spend vast amounts on flood defence, then surely the simple solution of going for the reinstatement of soil organic matter on our farmland makes excellent sense.
Is it surprising we're short of water?